Good morning, everyone. Today, we're diving into the world of AI-powered sales, where even the robots are working harder than some of us. I'm here to introduce you to Jane, our inbound sales service with a human name because, well, AI-powered inbound sales development representative doesn't exactly roll off the tongue, does it? But don't be fooled by the friendly name. Jane isn't just an answering machine. She's more like the secret weapon every sales team needs. An AI-powered sales development professional who can chat with your prospects in up to 29 different languages. I don't know about you, but I'm still struggling with English before my morning coffee. Now, you might be wondering why we gave her a name like Jane. Well, think of it like this. When you're introducing a new tech service to a prospect, it's a lot easier to say, Jane can help you, than to say, our AI-powered inbound call system will assist you. People are more comfortable when they feel like they're interacting with a person, even if that person happens to be a super advanced AI. So let's talk about what Jane can actually do. She's not just there to take calls. She's there to have conversations, real, meaningful ones. And unlike some of us who might zone out on a call, no judgment here, Jane is always focused, always listening, and always ready with the right response. She'll even do it in multiple languages. Right now, we've got her speaking French up in Quebec and handling both English and Spanish here in Los Angeles. So whether it's bonjour or hola, Jane's got it covered. But Jane isn't just about chit-chat. She's all business when it comes to qualifying prospects. You know the drill. Budget, need, authority, timing. Jane's been trained to evaluate all that information just like you would, but without needing a coffee break. And if the prospect meets the qualifications, Jane will even schedule an appointment directly into your client's calendar. No more back and forth trying to find a time that works. Jane's got that handled. Now here's where it gets really fun. Jane isn't just good for your client's sales pipeline. She's also great for their marketing efforts. Let's say a prospect asks for a brochure or an ebook. Jane doesn't need to scramble around or ask someone else for help. She'll send it instantly. And the best part? Jane never forgets. She remembers everything about your client's business and their products, prices, and services. I'm starting to feel a little inadequate here. How about you? To prove just how sharp Jane is, I challenge you to give her a call. Dial our office and try to stump her. Throw some curveball questions and see how she handles them. Spoiler alert, she's pretty tough to beat. Now, if you thought Jane was just for sales, think again. We're setting her up with a truck insurance company here in LA to replace their front desk receptionist. Jane will handle calls, transferring them based on trigger words like renew my insurance or I've had an accident. She's basically becoming their 24/7, 365 employee who never takes a day off. I mean, who wouldn't want an employee like that? In summary, Jane isn't just a service, it's a game changer. She's the best, most reliable, and least expensive inside sales rep your clients will ever have. She'll work tirelessly to make sure no lead is left behind and no opportunity is missed. And as if Jane weren't enough, stay tuned for our next video where we'll introduce you to her twin sister Joan, who specializes in outbound sales development. Because in the world of AI sales, there's always another innovation just around the corner. Jane learns through a process we like to call AI training and continuous learning. Think of it as Jane's version of going to sales school, but with way less coffee and way more data. Here's how Jane learns. 1. Initial training. Understanding your client's business. The first step in Jane's education is teaching her all about your client's business. This includes their products, services, value propositions, pricing, and anything else that's critical for her to know. We feed Jane with all this information in a structured way, using a mix of data, scripts, and real-world examples. Qualification rules. We also teach Jane how to qualify prospects. This involves setting up specific criteria, like budget, need, authority, and timing, that she'll use to evaluate whether a prospect is worth passing on to a human sales rep. Think of it as Jane's checklist for figuring out who's serious and who's just window shopping. 2. Natural language processing, NLP. Jane's ability to understand and respond to human speech is powered by NLP, which allows her to grasp the nuances of language. During training, we expose Jane to a variety of phrases, questions, and conversational tones to help her recognize and appropriately respond to different ways people might express the same idea. For instance, whether someone says, "I'm interested in buying," or "Tell me more about this," Jane knows they're showing interest and can engage them further. 3. Real-world interaction. Learning from experience. Once Jane is up and running, She learns from her interactions with actual callers. She analyzes the conversations, noting what worked well and where there's room for improvement. If she encounters something unfamiliar, Jane will refer to her training data, and if necessary, we update her training to help her handle similar situations better in the future. Continuous updates. As your client's business evolves, maybe they launch a new product or change their pricing, Jane's training is updated. This ensures she's always up to date and ready to respond with the most current information. 4. Feedback loop. Human oversight. While Jane is pretty smart, she's not perfect yet. We monitor her interactions and gather feedback from your clients to fine-tune her responses. If Jane makes a mistake or doesn't handle something as well as expected, we adjust her training data accordingly. This feedback loop helps Jane continuously improve her performance. Machine learning. Over time, Jane also learns to predict and adapt to different situations by identifying patterns in the data. For example, if she notices that a particular type of caller tends to schedule appointments after asking specific questions, she'll be quicker to suggest an appointment in those scenarios. In summary, Jane learns through a combination of structured initial training, real-world experience, continuous updates, and an ongoing feedback loop. This process ensures that she's always improving and getting better at her job, making her an increasingly valuable asset for your clients over time. So, go out there, sell Jane like the superstar she is, and remember, good luck and good selling.